Welcome, everybody, to Unpopular Review. This is the WWE Monday Night Raw Review.
I think my next up.
Pretty cool. And there is Venomous Vincent.
I can't stop. I think my next up.
I was about to call the police because I thought you were having a stroke.
I can't believe we just watched a Bret Hart finish to this match. I mean, that was such a Bret Hart roll-up. Did you watch that?
I did watch that, and I thought it was interesting that it would go to that finish, given that they did almost the same thing at Saturday Night's Main Event with him versus me. So.
Did you see that Bret Hart's coming out of retirement and starting to do stuff now with WWE? He's doing some kind of pre-party. I think it's this Friday in Las Vegas for the ticket sales.
No, not at all. I didn't see that.
The Hall of Famer is going to be in Vegas. I don't know what it is, but I read it today that he's doing some kind of pre-party for the. And here's the crazy part. So you're telling me that individual WrestleMania tickets have not gone on sale yet? Like they're just going on sale now?
Right. They've only sold combos for the last couple of months. I think since November.
When did they start doing that?
Oh, I don't know. I guess this year.
I was going to say, I remember when I went to WrestleMania the last couple times, I had tickets. I mean, they went on sale months and months and years in advance.
Yes. Well, not this time. There's a new regime. There's a new era. I don't know if you're aware of that.
Yeah. Era. Is that the same thing as the golden era with Trump?
No, but maybe the golden era ended tonight with CM Punk's promo. You heard him mention Hogan. We'll get to that in our.
I actually did not see that. No, I only watched. I watched the show, but I missed a couple promos. I did watch the Nia Jax and Bayley, and I watched the Nano match with AKA Butch. I love when Wade Barrett's like, don't mention Butch. He don't sound like that, but
right.
And this is such a I hate when they do like weird endings like this, where like Seth Rollins is looking at him like, what did you do that for? Why'd you do that?
Yeah. Well, it was a really good promo by CM Punk. It was just kind of like he was in the audience and he was, hyping up Royal Rumble. That's 2 weeks away, February 1st. What's that?
He was sitting in the audience?
No, he was standing in the audience with Jackie Redmond, aka WWE Carmen Electra.
Oh, okay.
And she's just, talking to him, and he's just cutting promos. He shits on Sami. He shouts out Hogan, says if Hogan's in the Rumble, he's going to throw his crusty ass over.
I'm confused. Why? Okay, back up. Let's back up, folks. Okay, let's back up. Okay. So about 2 weeks ago, we had the premiere of Raw on Netflix. Okay, Hulk Hogan came out. Now this is, to me, is a conspiracy, because if you listen to the actual audio from Netflix, the place popped.
Yeah.
If you go on YouTube and watch a clip of it, they're booing it. So did WWE pipe in those cheers for him, knowing he was getting booed out of the audience?
I think they fixed that in post-production, yes.
And why is everybody going after, like, why all of a sudden are we going after Hogan after this is like such old news about him being racist? Like, how long ago was, like, what, can we not forgive and forget? Okay, the guy's racist.
No, apparently not. Not. There's still a lot of heat on him. I'm interested to see what type of reaction he gets when he, goes to San Antonio, Texas. That LA crowd was really hot and booed him out the building. I have a feeling that San Antonio's not going to be as hot.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to see the Hulkster on Wednesday.
Which old age home are you going to?
He's actually doing a All-American beer stop here in Orlando, in Oviedo. And it's $36 for the case of beer. So he's charging $36 for 12 cans, which he's kind of taking a book out of Austin.
Okay.
Hulk Hogan's taking a book out of Hogan's book.
All right.
I don't know if you got to see the price of Austin's beer, but he's giving you 4 cans for $30.
I'm sorry. What?
4 cans for $30.
4 boxes, like four
No.
6-packs.
4 20-ounce cans for $30.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. So Hogan's charging $36 for a 12-pack. Okay. The signing's from 11 to 1, and you have to buy a 12-pack to meet him, and he's not signing anything else but the 12-pack.
I'm not signing anything else, brother.
He's not
just a beer.
He's not even signing a can.
I'm not gonna sign your can. I won't sign your ass. Just a beer box, brother.
Maybe I should get an audio drop and be like, hey, what do you think about CM Punk talking about you throwing your crusty?
Oh, that'd be good. You should do that. I should.
You know what's funny is I should have somebody either record it, or I should take a memo and put it in my pocket and be like, Hogan, hey brother, what do you think about CM Punk throwing your crusty ass over the ring?
Or we could get AI to do that.
Can they do that? Is AI that good?
We could find an app that can mimic Hulk Hogan's voice and
all right. So let's get back into it. Okay.
Yes. So let's get into the review itself.
Well, real quick, tell me about CM Punk. CM Punk's in the audience with Carmen Electra,
right.
and
Jackie Redmond.
Yes. And he's talking. So what brought up the whole Hogan with CM Punk?
He was just hyping up like the whole again, WrestleMania's not WrestleMania. Royal Rumble's like, what would Vince say? It's in 2 Sundays. That's how Vince counts days. He would say in 2 Sundays or 2 Saturdays is Royal Rumble. So CM Punk's saying that he's in the Rumble. He doesn't care who he's going to run into. If he runs into Sami Zayn, he'll throw his woolly beard face out. If he runs into Hogan, he's going to throw his ashy old bum ass out too. So great job. I mean, listen, nobody cuts a better wrestling promo in 2025 than CM Punk.
Is it weird? Is it weird to finally think that CM Punk has like full circle come back from being out of the WWE? And this is funny that we're talking about CM Punk. I have this old school sticker. I don't know if you can see it.
I see it. Yeah.
Sting, Darby, and CM Punk.
Oh, really? I thought that was a Juggalo.
Oh yeah. It's Insane Clown Posses.
Oh, good.
So it's weird to me.
Yes.
Because I mean, you remember when he did this like special return on the CW's like wrestling talk show, and like they surprised everybody he came on. He was on with Paige and shit. You remember that?
Yes, when he was on Backstage.
Fox. Yeah, Fox Backstage. Yeah. And then we all knew he was coming back. Like, I mean, it was a matter of time, a matter of money, a matter of a contract. And it's funny because I think CM Punk cuts better promos now, and I think he's more intelligent now than he was back in the 2000s. But I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily say he's a great wrestler now. I think his time as an in-ring competitor has like I mean he can still go, but it's not like the old CM Punk.
No, but I think he can still hang. I mean, that Drew McIntyre match that he had in Hell in a Cell was probably arguably, I think it was the match of the year last year.
Yeah, you know what helped him out? That red box of tools.
Well, I mean, listen,
that was his tag team partner.
That's his tag team partner. I mean,
that was his tag team partner in the match.
But he used it very well. Listen, every Wednesday night you see trash like that being used, and it doesn't mean anything. In that match, it meant something.
Okay. All right. So the CM Punk promo is interesting. I'm gonna have to go back and look.
Yes, definitely.
Let's talk about El Cerro Dinero, Pentagon.
Wait. You called him Zero Money?
No,
Cerro Dinero.
What is it? El Cerro Dinero, right?
No. Cerro Dinero is zero money.
What is it then?
Cero miedo. Cero miedo. See, this is an M, right?
Miedo, miedo.
Miedo. Miedo.
Miedo, like meow, miedo.
Right. That means no fear, zero fear.
Okay. Taking on, which I think is a better competitor than last week, Pete Dunne.
Oh, horrible.
No?
I can't stand Pete Dunne.
He's a great wrestler.
He's a bum. Look. You can't take him seriously. First, he comes out in these goofy fucking suspenders. He looks like he's wearing suspenders in the goddamn match, and then he's wearing these goofy boots. He looks like he's 65 pounds wet. I can't take him seriously. And then his like big move is like breaking somebody's finger. Like, come on, bro. Like, I need him to go to AEW already. Just leave. Just bye. Goodbye. This was a good match. Don't get me wrong. Cero Miedo dominated as he should. Pete Dunne looked all right, but the right man won.
I do gotta say though, I think Pentagon looked better this week than he did last week. I think last week he had some nerves. I think this week I don't think he second guessed any of his moves that he did.
Nope.
And I think that's what it is. You know, you're getting used to a new environment, a new ring set, and you're trying new things. I just hope they don't waste his talent like they did with like Sin Cara and and what's the other guy? What's the other luchador that now he's doing house shows now? But he was remember the tag team Sin Cara and who was the other guy?
Kalisto.
Was it
Kalisto's
Kalisto?
not there anymore.
Okay, it was Kalisto, Sin Cara, and there was one other luchador that was really good.
I don't know. See, this is why we have Chris here, because he's usually the guy that remembers this sort of nonsense.
Anyways, I really do think sometimes they drop the ball on having some of these big stars from other countries and I feel like if they actually had, here's the problem, bro. Backstage, you got all ex wrestlers. Yeah, I mean tonight I saw the fucking Hurricane. There it is.
Lindsay Dorado. Good job, Jeff. Good pull.
Yeah, and fucking he's a star. He's a stud right there. What's up, Jeff? He's a stud now on the Indies, bro. Let's take a book out of AKA Zack Ryder. The indie god Zack Ryder calls himself now. You know what I'm talking about?
Zack Ryder? Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
No, but he calls himself
Lindsay Dorado? No, don't. I'm not.
No.
No one's looking for Lindsay Dorado.
Oh, come on.
I mean, hold on a second. As of today, I'm sure somebody's looking for Lindsay Dorado because we've got a new president and he's gonna get him.
Oh God,
so
come on, stop.
Go. Lindsay Dorado's wearing a mask, so that way you can't really find him.
Can I tell you? I was at a bar. He was actually performing.
Was he working the kitchen?
He was working the kitchen. He's like, "Oh, burrito, you want burrito?"
Oh my God.
And he was standing at the bar. And I didn't even know it was him because he had no mask on. And I was having a drink, and I had no idea it was him. He puts his mask on, and I'm like, "Oh fucking shit!" I was just having a conversation with him. I had no idea.
Wow.
Kind of cool.
For real? In real life?
Yeah, swear to God. Like, he did a match with a company in Sanford, and I had no idea it was him. This was right after I saw Rhino. And Rhino was at the bar too.
Hold up, I'm fascinated by this story now because now I know it's for real. I thought you were fucking with me.
No, I'm fucking serious, dude. I see these guys on a daily basis.
I hear they're all over Orlando. I get it. I hear
all of them are, bro.
But what, like, you know how like it's supposed to be like a rule, like you take off your hat. It's proper to like take off your hat when you go somewhere. Yeah. What was he doing? Like, why would he go into the restaurant, take off his mask, and then he's like,
"Wasn't a restaurant.
I'm leaving now." The bar. Why is he going into the bar and he's like, "I'm going to take off my mask," and then he's like, "Oh, I'm leaving now. Let me put my mask back on."
It wasn't like that.
Good day, everybody. Like, what?
It was
go.
It was at a wrestling match. It was at a bar, and the entertainment complex had a front bar. He was in his attire.
Okay.
But I didn't know it was his attire because he had a black shirt on, and I saw his boots, but I didn't know who he was exactly. We were sitting there. I was having a drink with him, and he kind of talks English, kind of talks Spanish, like it's like broken English. And I was like, "Oh, you wrestled tonight?" He goes, "Yeah, me wrestle somebody. We wrestle somebody." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And then fucking he puts his mask on. And I'm like, he walks away, and I'm like, dude, that was Lindsay Dorado. He goes, yeah, you didn't know that the whole time? I'm like, no.
Who are you talking to? Who is this?
I was talking to fucking Rhino.
I like that Rhino doesn't know who Lindsay Dorado is. Like,
no, Rhino did, but he said Rhino didn't know I knew who. I'm like, bro, I don't know who it is. Like, I had no idea who it was. And fucking the same night, I bump into Butterbean.
Oh, Butterbean?
Butterbean was there. Yeah.
Oh, get out of here. Was he in his wheelchair?
No, dude, he can actually walk. He's a little crippled, but
can he? I saw him I saw DDP working with him, and it looked like it was he looked like a mess, man.
Well, okay. What you need to know about DDP is all the DDP stuff you see now are stuff that he taped like 5 to 6 months ago. So you might be seeing Butterbean like learning how to rewalk.
Yeah.
But this is that's like 6 months ago. Like I saw Butterbean. He was great. He was in good shape. He looked healthy. He was walking around. Bro, he even got in the ring and he did some kind of like, it was like this, bro. The puncher was like, ugh. And the guy like fell over like, I'm like, oh, wow. That wasn't even that hard. Like, yeah, that was ridiculous.
That's funny. Wow, DDP yoga really works, everybody. Look at that. He's making everybody
I'm actually
walk.
thinking about doing some DDP yoga. I really am.
Do it, man.
I last time I saw DDP was in Orlando. He was doing a seminar, and I went up to him and I said, "Does this shit really work?" And he's like, brother, yeah, you should try it. He's like, I'll give you a self-high five.
That's right. Hey, that sounds good, man. You should do it.
All right. So let's talk about okay. So we already talked about Pentagon. The other big match tonight was the debut back on Raw of a certain somebody. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Of Bayley?
Yes, and
that's right.
And she lost the match. What a great entrance to being on Raw to lose to Nia Jax.
What's up, Mad Dog? I was going to ask you about this.
Oh, real quick. Hold on. Stop for 1 second. Mad Dog, I want you to look this up because I heard about it and I want to know if it's true or not. Look up. I keep hearing rumors that Britt Baker, Dr. D&D, is now being cut from any storyline, and she might be losing her contract with AEW and coming over to WWE. I need you to look that up. Go ahead.
He's going to read that and then come back with the same story. He's going to say that it's exactly that. I heard the same rumors, and by heard he meant he read it.
I've heard it from a lot of outlets that Tony Khan is over her shit. I guess she's really hard to work with back.
Bro, that's what Tony Khan does. Like he's the guy in. You ever watch Toy Story 1?
Yeah, with Tom Hanks and Tim Allen.
You know the bratty kid that like once
done
with the toys,
what was it? Who is that? That's oh God, what's his name? Oh God, stop it! Fuck, it's right there on my tongue.
Timothy Chalamet.
No, not the real guy. I'm talking about what's the real Spud. No,
right.
Squid.
Right.
No.
Squid Game.
No. What's his name? It's
his name is Sid. Oh, look, my friend said his name is Sid.
There it is, Sid. Okay, Sid. All right, there we go, Sid.
Thank you, George. What's up, George?
Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
So that's Tony Khan. Tony Khan is totally that guy that's like, Britt Baker, fuck out of here. I'm done with you. Be out. Where's Camille? Oh, she's in the garbage can too. Where's Mercedes? He's that guy. But I was going to talk to you about Bayley because Bayley coming back to Raw. Like, do you think it's a big deal that she needs to win the match? Like, she's been on WWE for like almost 8 years now. Like, does it really matter for her to come back to Raw and win the first match she's back on?
Well, I see what you're saying, but I also see it another way too. I see it that you're bringing her up from SmackDown. Okay, she really has been really idolized in the last couple of months. Then you bring her over to NXT. You know, she has that showdown with oh God, what's her name? She was in the audience tonight.
Roxanne Perez.
Yeah. So my thing is, are you my theory about it is they're bringing her back down to NXT to build up the crowd to go against Roxanne Perez, which I think is fantastic because I think Bayley in NXT, I think that would really put some butts in the seats. But I guess not necessarily. For me, it's like this. You know, and if Chris is here, Chris would probably be looking at me like, "Are you kidding me?" You remember Alexandra Hammerstone?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Rollick, yeah.
Okay, so we really haven't seen him much on NXT.
Hammerstone's on NXT?
Yes, Hammerstone is on NXT now.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
So Hammerstone left MLW. So about I don't know.
I thought he was with TNA, and he was just on NXT because he was like, you know how like TNA was sending over some people.
Yes. I don't know the whole thing. He could be with TNA, but for anyways, so me and Chris and Dan and like one other person were at NXT, and fucking I get this huge pop for him. Like I'm like, oh my god, fucking Hammerstone's at NXT. Like he was a stud at MLW. His first match, he fucking gets crushed. I'm like, you got a guy like Alexandra Hammerstone that's coming in.
Yeah, I forget who he matched up with, but you're absolutely right. They put him up against some like up and comer. What was it like? I think they put him up against Obafemi. That's who it was.
Yeah, and he got crushed.
And they fed him to Obafemi, and I was like, oh, I don't know about that, man. Like, I agree Obafemi should go over because he's the NXT guy and Hammerstone's the TNA guy. But do TNA a solid and make Hammerstone look strong. Like, come on. Like, you just fed him to Oba on a throwaway Tuesday night NXT. Like, it didn't feel right to me.
And then you got JBL coming right off the heels of TNA Genesis.
Yes.
Or he's like some enforcer. Now he's on Raw doing commentary.
Yeah. Like it was funny to see tonight. I don't know if you caught this, Vinny, but he's joined the announce desk, and now since they went to Netflix, there's this new announce desk.
Yes.
But they're like he's like 5 feet away from like Wade Barrett was filling in for Pat McAfee because Pat McAfee was covering the national title game, the college football game tonight. So Wade Barrett is like 5 feet away from JBL. Like he's like over in the kiddie table. Like I know I'm fading out here, but it's like he's so far off. And I'm like,
oh, he wasn't on the table?
No, they put him like on a chair out next to like Wade Barrett, but the desk is so huge that like he's off to the side. It looked really awkward. I wish we had a photo of this. And he looks like he's like social distancing. Like it was COVID era. And he's like, hey guys, I got to keep my distance 6 feet away from you. It was odd. It was funny to watch. And it was funny to hear him talk about how he was, I guess before he comes out, I don't know if you caught this either. They do the backstage segment with the New Day, Kofi and Xavier.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And then like JBL like ribs him, and they're like, "Yo, fuck you, old man! Like, screw you, old timer." And then he comes to commentary, and during the match, Kofi versus Rey Mysterio, and JBL is shitting on Rey Mysterio because he's the heel commentator. I get it. But he's also like, Kofi's a bum too. And I was like, what? This doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, Kofi did look like a bum tonight. I mean, he had this stupid Nikes on. He has black pants.
He looked cool in those Nikes. What are you talking about?
I know, but it's just like they're. I mean, like I guess I'm just not used to the whole New Day thing being.
JBL took their money. That's
right. Let's do some comments. Charmaine says the match at Rio and Nia is that the match for a championship or a non-title match. I do not know that answer.
I think it's a title match on Raw. Not on Raw. On Saturday Night's Main Event now.
Let's see. They are doing the Becky and Liar thing for Bayley and Roxanne. Okay.
I agree with that. I think that what we see happening with Bayley and Roxanne is that Bayley's going to end up putting Roxanne over, which I think is fine. Bayley can be fed to Roxanne. What I have a problem with is Bayley taking consecutive L's and L's and L's leading up to her getting, putting over Roxanne.
Well, you know what she's going to say when she gets an L, right?
What?
Ding dong, you're wrong.
I totally stepped into that one.
Well, and here's the thing: is it weird to you now that like as we get older and we watch the people that we used to watch now they're getting to be older women wrestlers? Like, I mean, how many times do you get to see Natalya wrestle? I mean, you don't. She's like a jobber now. Like you only see her.
I want to say she wrestled a couple weeks. Didn't she wrestle like on the first Monday? Oh no, you saw her in a backstage segment.
Yeah, and and now like Bayley's kind of like they're kind of like slowly fading Bayley up and bringing her back. Like and then like they had this huge like big thing for Jade Cargill, and she's nothing.
Well, like, Jade got injured. That's different. That's
I know,
different.
but she's like, but like they pumped her up like she was Shaquille O'Neal.
I think they still will once WrestleMania season. I think they're gonna give her a world title push. I think after I think the WrestleMania match is her versus Bianca, and then after that, maybe by SummerSlam, they'll give her a world title run.
I mean, do you really think she's world title material?
I think she can be. She just needs to be with the right people, and I think teaming her up with Bianca was a good move because she's learning from Bianca by being her tag team partner, and it protects her from the mess that was booked. Her booking in AEW was pretty good, the winning streak, but Tony Khan fucked up in giving her so much time in the ring. She should have been booked like Goldberg in AEW, where she's out there, mashes up some jobbers, mashes up some people, and then 1, 2, 3, go home. Instead, I went to a show in Newark, New Jersey, and they had her fighting Layla Hirsch. Do you know Layla Hirsch? No,
yeah,
of course you don't. Nobody does. And
I know her because I work with her.
No, you don't. Stop lying, please. You probably saw her on the side of a milk carton. No, you don't. Stop lying. You don't. Nobody knows Layla Hirsch. They had her in the ring with Layla. What's that?
She's an indie wrestler. Yeah, I know her. I've wrestled her. I mean, I haven't wrestled, but I used to.
You wrestled her?
Yeah, I wrestled her.
I'm sure you lasted 10 minutes with her too. Jade Cargill has no business lasting 10 minutes with Layla Hirsch in the guy.
I do believe this comment's true. She is a flop.
Are you Maria Garciela Sias? Hello, Maria. Is this your burner account? Did you just type that into the? No. I saw you, Vinny. You were typing something. That was.
I swear to God. I swear. I promise. Let's get these comments. Jade and Bianca have been great. Storylines who attacked her is something. I do believe that Jade is the one behind the attacking thing.
Oh, hold on a second. You think Jade attacked herself?
I'm sorry. Bianca is the one that was attacked.
Thank you.
Steve who?
Steve who? Right. Thank you. Right. Layla Hirsch, please.
The executive consultant says he's sorry. I don't know what for.
He's sorry because he couldn't make it tonight. That's what he's sorry.
This guy over here busting my balls about where I'm at, and he ain't even on here. Jade is nowhere near a fly. Yes, she is. She's not. Listen. I'm gonna tell you what. She is so flat. She makes soda that's on the Publix aisle that's out of date. Fucking not flat no more.
Wow. No. I disagree.
She's not that great of a bro. She wasn't that great of a wrestler in AEW. She was like a Goldberg. Okay,
she was green. She didn't. Who taught her how to wrestle in AEW? Nobody.
I don't know, but she had 2 moves.
It's amazing that she didn't hurt anybody or hurt herself. Here, finally, she actually got hurt, unfortunately, and now she's out and sidelined. But I'm telling you, I believe that Bianca's going to make her a star.
What'd she get? She get hurt in catering? Slip on the banana peel or something?
She was the tag team champion. Hello, where have you been?
Yeah, I know a lot of people that are tag team champions. Doesn't mean that they're good. They're just giving him a fucking bone. Look at Riddle. They gave him the belt with Randy, and
he was over. Him and his Scooter were over.
Okay, him and his Scooter were over. Okay, but what I'm saying to you is that they didn't know at first that the Randy and Riddle thing was actually going to work, and it did. But they gave him a bone because they thought he was a fuck up, which I'm not saying he was. I'm just saying in WWE's eyes, they're thinking this guy here, he's a stoner. And he's doing this. Let's keep him in the loop, but let's give him a little lower end of the card. And they did. And look, it backfired on him because he was huge with him, Scooter, and Randy. And now he's a champ. He just won the belt in MLW.
He did. Good for him. Speaking of Matt Riddle, let's cut to a commercial with Matt Riddle.
Champ.
He's a champ. Let's cut to a commercial. Let's take a reset. Guys, you're watching Unpopular Review Wrestling. If you haven't already done so, please like and subscribe. Like Maria here that just joined us on YouTube. If you're new here and you like talking about wrestling, join us, follow us, subscribe, hit that notification bell for notifications when we go live. So that way you can see when we are live with a Raw review, or tomorrow night we're going to be live with an NXT review, or Wednesday night we'll be live with an AEW review. Saturdays we do SmackDown, and then we'll probably do a live watch along for Saturday night's main event, or even next week, 2 weeks from now, Royal Rumble. Guys, this is, again, Unpopular Review. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and then when we come back on the other side, we will continue our Monday Night Raw review. Now, where is that commercial? Where is this guy? I don't see it.
The worst commercial finder in the world.
I know. I'm the worst. It's the worst. Here, let's just play this.
Next, we have Bobby Lashley with the MVP and Shelton Benjamin taking on Mark Briscoe. I saw Mark Briscoe on Saturday at Collision, and he is just as good live as he is on the TV. He is full of energy, loud. It's great to watch. But unfortunately, Mark Briscoe did not win this, and Bobby Lashley did. I mean, honestly, anyone who goes.
Hold on. Katie, did you really think that one Mark Briscoe was going to stand a chance against big Bobby Lashley? Bobby Lashley is a world eater. He goes places, and they called him in TNA one time. They used to call him the Walking Apocalypse. It's a hell of a name to have for something. Yeah, but Mark Briscoe didn't stand a chance. But I also want to throw out here. I think MVP was saying some MVP things, and I thought that when he was sitting there saying, "Hey, why is the ref not disqualifying Mark Briscoe?" I said, "You know what? Absolutely right. Why is it? Mark Briscoe? I mean, look." Mark Briscoe's all right. I mean, he does wild things. He does, huh?
He looks like a user of some sort. I mean, he's missing half his teeth.
Yeah. I mean, he been in some wars. He's been in some wars. But I do see him when MVP said, "Hey, why is he not getting disqualified?" I was with him. I was like, "Yeah." And Bobby Lashley, when he spared him, he hit him. I don't know what this thing is. Is it a spine buster that he do when he does? Like he just picks him up because it looked like a choke slam, and then he just chokes you out. Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just took a little nap. He'll be back later.
A nap. Brother's hibernating.
Hibernating. There you go. Exactly.
You said the brother's hibernating. Did you find that Matt Riddle commercial?
No, I didn't. I had to go send somebody to upload
Did he do a commercial for us?
He did. Hold on a minute. I might have to change studios 1 second, and I'll find it. Let me see where my boy Riddle is. Oh, here we go.
Hey, this is Matthew Riddle, the King of Bros, and you're listening to Unpopular Review.
See, there you go.
There you go. There's the King of Bros. Can I just next week I'm going to play a clip. Yes. I have a video of Riddle and Chris wrestling at Riddle's house.
Okay. This is from like a long time ago.
This is when he right before he won the U.S. title, and then I also have a clip of me getting Riddle putting me in the Kimura.
Oh, okay.
I think it's pretty fun.
Did he like really clamp it on, or were you?
Oh no, no. I was like, bro, listen, don't do it too hard. He's like, I won't, bro, I won't. And then I'm telling you, he pushed that arm back, bro, and I was real quick.
You were tapping.
Oh, bro. I'm telling you. You know what it is? It's the way he bends your arm back in that muscle. That muscle, I'm telling you, if you bend that muscle a certain way, you'll snap that fucking shit.
Yeah.
It's no joke, but it's funny. It's that match with Riddle is pretty funny because at one point, Riddle has Chris he has him like Bret Hart rolled up on the mat, and he can't get out. I don't know what move he had him in, but he had Chris like a pretzel.
Yeah, and Chris is a big dude. Like Chris is like what 6'1", 6'2".
Yeah,
he looks like he's like at least 250.
Okay, so we already talked. So we talked about Bayley
Talking about Bayley. So Bayley, just to recap, Bayley was in a match with Nia Jax. Nia Jax and Bayley had a pretty good match.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
But Nia Jax beat Bayley clean, despite Roxanne Perez trying to slap her at ringside. I really like the build of Roxanne Perez versus Bayley. We're going to get there eventually. What you didn't see earlier on, and what we haven't spoken about yet, is earlier on at the beginning of Raw, Rhea Ripley is walking into the building, and then Nia Jax ambushes her and beats her up. And now, after this match, Rhea came to exact revenge.
Nia Jax. Here you go. Here's one for you, Nia Jax. Nia Jax looking like Kane from the 2000s.
She did. Jeffrey had a good picture of her. I was trying to cop his picture. He took a screenshot of her just laying flat outside, like she took a nap outside the ring. It was pretty funny. But yeah, she was worse for wear outside. But
did I tell you I pissed her off one time?
Oh yeah, how'd you do that?
It was.
Did you call her Lindsay Dorado?
It was two. What WrestleMania was it? 28 here in Orlando.
Okay.
I was in the line to get a drink, and I look over and she's putting ketchup and mustard on our hot dog.
Okay.
And nobody, like, I don't know, I forget if she had a hat on or what. Like, nobody noticed this, like, this monster of a size woman in the corner with a hot dog, and the hot dog's like tiny.
Right.
And
what type of hat was she wearing? Was it like a baseball cap, a Carmen Sandiego hat?
No, it was like one of those like caps,
like the one you're wearing.
No, like how like it pushes your hair back. One of those black caps.
Okay.
Like I don't know. I'm not gonna get into it. I'm not gonna Hulk Hogan it.
Like a baseball cap, like a cap I'm wearing.
No. Like it, like a do-rag, but it's like made for women. Like it takes the hair and it like wraps it back.
Like a bandana. Okay.
Yeah, or something like that.
Sure.
And so she's putting ketchup mustard on the hot dog.
That's right.
And I said to her, "You can handle that over there?" And she said, "Wouldn't you like to know?"
It sounds like you guys were flirting.
No. She was.
I don't know, chat. You tell me. It sounded like you guys were flirting. You go up to her. She's putting ketchup mustard on her hot dog, and while she's got a hot dog in her hand, you're asking a woman, "Can you handle that?"
I mean, bro, it was like a miniature hot dog.
Right, sure, Vinny. and then she responded to you with what?
She said, "Wouldn't you like to know?"
Totally. She was vibing with you.
I didn't pick it up.
You didn't pick up on it?
She's a pretty woman. She honestly is. I mean, she's a bigger woman, but she's
my friend George was in the chat earlier, and we were at WrestleMania in Dallas a couple years ago. And we went to what's that?
You were in Dallas?
I was in Dallas.
Yeah, you didn't even fucking come up.
What's that?
I said, you bitch. I said, I'm so surprised that you didn't meet up with the whole group was there. I didn't even see you.
I met up with them on Sunday. We had brunch. We were having brunch. And in fact, who was at the brunch with us? I think Mr. Kennedy was sitting off to the side, and there had a DJ, and we were all like drunk at 12 p.m. on Sunday morning. And we're like vibing. The DJ was playing like old school soul and hip hop. And far off, like I think David might have caught a video of like Kennedy over, and he's like this. Just it's like these fucking.
You should have been drunk going Kennedy.
I didn't even know he was there until like several days later when somebody's like, "Oh, he was there," and I was like, "No, he wasn't. What are you talking about?" And they were like, "No, here's a picture of him." And I said, "Oh shit, there he is." But yeah, so Nia Jax, we were at WrestleCon and we were in the basement. Not the basement.
Oh,
we were in the lobby.
In the basement with Nia Jax, huh?
We were in the lobby, and this is when Nia Jax was released by WWE, but still was trying to cash in from her notoriety. And my friend, we're standing like 5 feet in front of her. She's waiting for her cab. She's got her luggage. She's ready to bounce. And he's like, yeah, I feel like I should talk to her. I'm like, go fucking talk to her, man. Like, go rap. And meanwhile, he's always like fantasy booked a conversation with her. And he's like, yo, like I would totally go up to her and be like, yo, Mock, like, can I get invited to the Samoan barbecue? And like, I'm part of the Samoan family. And then like, he like fantasy booked like a marriage with her and him and Nia Jax. And I was like, yo, Doug, like, this is your fucking chance. Like, she's right there. And he's like, yo, I don't think I can do it. I'm like, bro, you are pissing me off. Like, this is it. This is the moment. She's just fucking there. Nobody's talking to her. Like, go rap to her. And here you are telling us this story. Meanwhile, long story short, he didn't do shit. He punked out. But here you are. You got your chance. And she's holding a hot dog. And you're like, can you handle it? and she's like, wouldn't you like to know? And you didn't follow up. Like she it's like an alley-oop, and you just kind of stared at it. You just like threw it up. And
we still talked. Like, we had a conversation. I don't remember if it was her just completely just annihilating me, like just making fun of me. Because like two of my friends were like, man, you better stop. She's making you look like a fool.
I don't know, man. I felt like that was chat. You can tell me. I think that they were vibing, but I don't know. Maybe I'm old school game. I don't know. I felt like that was.
Isn't she married though?
I don't think so.
I think she's married.
I don't think so. Should I Google it?
Yeah,
you want me to Google it while you talk about the? Talk about
she smelled really.
I'm going to Google it. You set us up with the thing that opened up Monday Night Raw tonight with my favorite guy, Gunther and Jey Uso.
So Jey Uso, I hate Michael Cole, what he's doing. Like Michael Cole and Pat McAfee are now on the side of a truck. And this goober thinks he can like dance and do all this extra stupid crap. And Michael Cole is just making himself look like an ass. Like I know he's having fun, but it's just, I think it's a waste of time. I think he looks like such a dork. But you got Jey Uso coming out of the crowd, trying to get I tell you, everybody loves Jey Uso. He gets the crowd so hyped.
He does.
And the kids love this yeet.
But
it wasn't there a rapper that did yeet before Jey Uso? Wasn't yeet around before Jey Uso?
Oh, good question. I don't think it was. I know like it was like a video game thing. Like people would be like yeet. Like if you were gonna do like a jump or something, you yell out yeet.
But I don't know. I just feel like yeet, and I'm not trying to take nothing away from Jey Uso, but I really do feel like it. Anyways, so Jey Uso comes out. Gunther interrupts him, and these two monsters. Well, one monster. I don't know when exactly these guys are going to fight, but I think it's going to be a good match. Now, I do think the conversation we had last week that Gunther is pretty stale in the ring. It's a slap fest. I really do think Jey Uso could bring it out of him because Jey Uso's a high flyer. He's one of those guys that if somebody is boring in the ring, he's going to bring it out of them to step up to the plate. But it was a good promo. Open up Raw.
No, it wasn't. Vinny, stop. It
was a really good. It was a solid promo.
Gunther puts everybody to sleep, and then like I love Jey Uso, and Jey Uso is very over. Like you said, everybody's finishing his sentences with yeet, yeet. But I don't know if I can get behind this like meek, like, oh shucks, like yeah, I'm the runty brother. Roman never believed in me. He believed in the other guys, but I'm an underdog. Like all this like woe is me bullshit. Like I don't want to fucking see that from my hero. Like the Macho Man never fucking had that. Hogan never had that. Cena never had that. Like the main guys that were over were never like, oh shucks, I believe I can. I believe I can. Like you're not the little engine that could, Jey Uso. Like, be a man. Like, be like, yeah, Gunther, I will smack the shit out of you, Gunther. See, underestimate me one more time. Smack his ass. And so Gunther, listen, Gunther better lose this goddamn match at Saturday night's main event because Jey Uso is going to look like a major
Is it Gunther or Gunther?
I call him Gunther because he looks like a giant goon and he's boring.
I don't know what it is, but I was calling him Gunther.
He is boring as fuck. Like if anybody here in any chat, either in the Twitter chat or in the YouTube chat, if you're a Gunther fan, hit me up in the comments and ask me and tell me why you're a Gunther fan because I don't get it.
Now, did you like
no
Walter when he was at NXT?
No.
Okay.
No. Horrible. All he is slaps, and he's going around going, "Oh, nobody cares about you, Jey Uso." Shut up. No, nobody cares about you, Gunther. I can't wait till this man loses.
I tell you what, the two people that I think are the nicest people to meet in WWE is the Miz and Gunther. Like they're so great to their fans, and it's a lot of people say the Miz really. But I'm gonna tell you what, the Miz will stand outside for an hour and a half, 2 hours signing for his fans.
Why is Gunther so nice? What intel do you have?
I've met Gunther twice now. One at NXT outside, and I've met him once at a bar. And he's just nicest. Like he's the nicest guy. Like and it's like when I talked to him the first time, we didn't even talk about wrestling. I was asking him questions about not being from this country and
did you talk to him about game? Like were you like, yo, like Walter, let me talk to you?
No,
I rolled up on a girl. It was at a wrestling event. She was holding a hot dog, and she was putting hot mustard and ketchup, and I was like, "Hey, baby, you want to handle my relish?" Was that good game, Walter? Is that how that conversation went?
No.
No.
Well,
I would love to hear his response.
I asked Walter how it was, coming and going from the UK to here wrestling. And he was saying how exhausting it was, having to always catch a plane because I forget how many hours he said it was, but he's like, it's crazy how like every other week I'm coming to the United States. But I'm telling you, he was very, very shocked how intelligent he was too. Like he's just a very intelligent talker.
Listen, I believe you. He's a nice guy, but nice guys, they don't put butts in seats. What? Now, you guys watching Unpopular Review, you guys, if you're usually here, one of our hosts is missing. You're saying, where is Chris? Where is Chris? I'm going to tell you right now, breaking news, this is where Chris is. Chris, because of this fucking Gunther promo that opened, Chris is sleeping. Here's a picture of him. Chris, Gunther knocked this man out so bad that here he is slobbing on his own hand. This is Chris tonight. He can't join us tonight because he's asleep. Because Gunther put him to sleep. I can't wait till Jey Uso beats him on Saturday night's main event and wins this world title. The world will rejoice and Gunther can go back to obscurity. Let's check in with these comments. Shay, I'm blaming the state of Gunther's character solely on Triple H because he was great. No, he wasn't, Shay. Stop with this. This is revisionist history. All he is was slaps. The only thing that was different between now and then is that he was fat back then. Now he's in shape and still boring. He was fat and boring back then, and now he's in shape and boring.
He was pretty fat back then.
He was. Put that picture back up. What, you want the picture of Chris sleeping? Look at this. You can screenshot it. Here he goes. You see this? Look, this is what Gunther does to people. I'm telling you. Gunther. No, he was great in that. Okay, Shay. All right. You know what? Agree to disagree. We're gonna agree to disagree. But we're all gonna rejoice this Saturday when Jey Uso beats this man. I can't wait. I can't wait.
What else do you think tonight? What other highlights do you think was on the show tonight?
I got a question for you. So we got Chad Gable, right? So we already spoke about Penta and his match with that vanilla midget Pete Dunne. Penta looked great. Pete Dunne, I can't wait till he resigns or quits and cries to Tony Khan and ends up going to AEW and puts over Will Ocean Spray.
Will Ocean Spray.
I can't stand those AEW guys either. But this ain't the AEW review. Chad
you heard what I said about Keith Lee when we were talking about him? I said Baskin is Robbins.
That's right, Baskin is Robbins and Will Ocean Spray over there.
Okay, go ahead.
If Chad Gable lost to Penta last week, so he's in a backstage segment with his two flunkies. What's these guys?
Oh, it's the Academy?
the brothers, the American brothers,
the
Creed brothers. God, Chris loves these guys. Oh, they're the next up and comers.
I mean,
do you know that this? Good. Do you know? Stop with this. No.
They're just as good as FTR.
Okay, if that's supposed to mean something, I don't know. You got me fooled, buddy. So FTR can't even save a guy last week. Last week on Wednesday, good God, this fucking ending of this show. I'm just going to rant on AEW for a second. Powerhouse Hobbs was supposed to be in the main event with Jon Moxley, the world champion. Now, you're going to ask me, how do I know he's the world champion? He doesn't carry his belt. You're right. I don't know that he's the world champion. I'm told that by the guy that wears a sock for a mask and is the announcer. What's his name? Serpentico or?
No, that's.
It doesn't matter what his name is. He's a bum. He sucks at commentary anyway. He should take the mask off and shove it down his gullet because he needs to stop talking. So, Powerhouse Hobbs is supposed to be an up-and-comer, Vinny. He's supposed to be an up-and-comer. I'm supposed to take him seriously. Meanwhile, before this match, he wins a domino or casino battle royal or whatever the fuck that's called. And then before that, he lost to a bunch of jobbers. He got fed. He gets in the match with Moxley. Moxley puts a chokehold on him, puts this big man to sleep. This man looks like he should be fucking eating this Cincinnati bum for breakfast. And Wheeler Yuta and the other useless one, Marina Schaefer, and the other one, Jim Cornette said it best. You've heard of the Four Horsemen?
Excalibur. That's his
name. Thank you. Excalibur. He should take off his mask and shove it down his gullet because that'd be the best.
Was he a wrestler at one point?
If that's what you want to call it, I call it a performance.
Oh, you've seen him wrestle?
I mean, listen, I wear contacts now because I'm going blind, and it might be coincidental, it might not. But afterwards, I needed to wear contacts, so I'm losing my eyesight. So there you go. Where was I? Jim Cornette. You've heard of the Four Horsemen? Jim Cornette called Jon Moxley's group the Boar Horsemen. Fantastic name. I can't stand these guys. These guys buried poor Powerhouse Hobbs. Don't worry, Powerhouse. Come to WWE. Land where the grass is definitely greener on the other side. They're going to make you look like a superstar. Forget about Tony Khan. Chad Gable. We were talking about Chad Gable. Chad Gable, he is talking to the Creed brothers and his Marina Shafir. What's her name? Ivy Nile. I can't stand luchadors because he lost to Penta, he lost to Ray, he lost to some other dweeb. Joaquin Phoenix or whatever his name is. And
Joaquin Phoenix.
whatever his name is. I don't know. Nobody knows. Lindsay Dorado, who knows what his name is? And he's like, I need to go to the guy that hates luchadors as much as I do. Dominic Mysterio. It's a backstage segment where he goes and tells Dominic, I need help. And Dominic passes him a note. And he's like, this is the guy. And he said, oh, so this guy's going to teach me the dark arts of Lucha Libre? And they left it like that. He walks off. Vinny, who is going to teach Chad Gable the dark arts of Lucha Libre? La Parka is dead. I think we covered this last week. La Parka is dead.
What about Alex Wright?
What does Alex Wright know about Lucha Libre? He knows about I read somewhere that it's like the 20th anniversary of Alex Wright.
I can't even tell you the last time I saw Alex Ray. I don't honestly know. I really don't know.
Oh, Laparca is joining us on the show. Here's Laparca. This is me in a Pentagon PJ set that I bought from Selena De La Renta. True story.
From what? From where?
Selena De La Renta. When Selena De La Renta was on MLW, she was selling Lucha Brothers stuff. So I've got Lucha Brothers a PJ set, but I also bought this Pentagon.
How hot is she in person?
I didn't see her in person. I bought it online during COVID.
Oh. Well, she's pretty hot.
She is. She is. Hey, Willie, what's going on?
I honestly don't know the answer to that question. I mean, could we possibly say that, coming in, it could be Pentagon? Could we say maybe it could be Rey Mysterio? Could it be somebody?
No, he's not a heel. I think it's going to be Santos Escobar. I feel like Santos Escobar.
What about Angel Garza?
It might be Angel Garza, maybe, but I feel like they got to big it up enough. But he's got to be helping Chad Gable get over. But the question is on who. I watched a short Excalibur on. I watched a short on Excalibur, and he used to be a wrestler. Yep, he used to be a wrestler.
Oh, and Willie, I was gonna say this too. Disco Inferno.
Disco Inferno is over.
He is. He was
way over, more over than Gunther.
He's isn't he? Oh no, he works for AEW.
Disco? No, he doesn't. He hates AEW.
He works backstage somewhere. Is it WWE?
Maybe a Waffle House. I don't fucking know.
Hey, true story. You know who Dean Malenko is?
Yes, man of 1,000 holds. Yes.
So when I was at the last AEW pay-per-view or not pay-per-view, Rampage, he comes out from the back, and I'm standing by my car, and I said, "No fucking way, that's Dean Malenko." And and people are like, "Who's Dean Malenko?" And I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me? The Iceman? Are you joking me?" They're like, "What decade was this from?" I said, "WCW," and they're like, "That company that they got bought out by WWE." I'm like, "Oh, bro, you do not." I said, Dean Malenko would fucking put these people in pretzels back in his day.
That's right. Him and Chris Benoit. Like, I know everybody wants to be like, "Dude, don't talk about his name." Like, come on, Chris Benoit was the shit. Him and Chris Benoit had some bangers in WCW. They were great. This is turning into story time with Vinny. Absolutely. Vinny is shining tonight because Chris isn't with his just a second nonsense. Because again, everybody, if you're looking for the executive consultant, he's asleep because Gunther put him to sleep. That Gunther promo started at 8:05 and by 8:06. So there you go.
Let's talk about the main event. Seth freaking Rollins taking on Drew McIntyre. This is a WrestleMania 40 rematch.
Yes.
It wasn't a bad match. It turned out to be a good match.
It was a good match. I think it was a little slow at parts. I wanted a little more action. I felt like last week, the Damian Priest versus
Finn Balor,
thank you, match was really good because it had a lot of action. You had that Falcon Arrow from the
match or whatever.
Right, it was a street fight. And I feel like a Raw needs like a stipulation match every once in a while just to kind of spice things up. But this match just was regular, wrestling match. And these guys are good. But I felt like this match had a lot of that. You had Kofi versus Rey earlier on, which was a good match. Lasted about like 2 commercial breaks. All right, like
Kofi versus Rey.
I think like I argued with Chris on the first episode of Raw. 4 matches on Monday Night Raw is a perfect number. I don't want to see more than 5 matches on this fucking goddamn Monday Night Raw. How many was
tonight? 4?
I don't know. It felt like too many. So, and it ended early, right? It ended like how we've been on for an hour almost, so it's almost been an hour.
It ended at 10:30. 10:30, yeah.
It needs less wrestling. Everybody's crying, "Oh, we need more wrestling." No, we don't. We need entertainment. We need entertainment and less wrestling. But we had a lot of stuff happen in this match, right? We had Sami Zayn interrupt. First, Drew McIntyre gets okey doked. Second time that's happened. Jey Uso, he got okey doked. He got rolled up. Seth Rollins
Bret Hart roll up.
beat him with a roll up. That's the second time tonight that we saw a roll up get the better of somebody. Ray wins.
What was the first one?
In the Kofi versus Ray match, Rey Mysterio beats Kofi Kingston with a roll up.
Yeah, like a fruit roll up.
Right, like a fruit roll up. Absolutely. These okey doke roll ups. 2 in the night. 2 is too many. You shouldn't have. I understand. You want to make Kofi look strong. So he got Ray beat him 1, 2, 3.
And what is that? What's that thing that Chris calls it? The where they do a promo or they fight out of nowhere. What is that called?
Oh, the pull apart.
Yeah,
it wasn't a pull apart this time. It was.
Yeah, there was.
At the end of the Seth Rollins match.
No, there was a pull apart with Nia and.
Yes, there was a pull apart. Yes. Yeah. So the pull apart counter for, I think, Raw Netflix is 3 for 3, I think. I'm almost certain.
There's always a pull apart.
Always a pull apart. Thanks, Triple H. This episode, we've got Jeff. I feel like they are working on New Day's theme. I think they should be working on it. They stopped the theme in the middle of the thing. It was great.
Wait,
everybody cheers for that theme. They need a new bad guy theme. Where was I? So Seth gets the win. After the match, Drew gets pissed off and starts beating up on Seth. Makes sense. Then you've got Sami Zayn show up. What the fuck is this bum doing there? I'm sorry, were there handouts being given out? Was he looking? What is he doing there? And so he comes out, and then, because in true dumb Sami Zayn fashion, if y'all all are new here, I hate Sami Zayn. Because this guy, how can I trust a wrestler, Vinny? All these superstars, they look like men's men. Like they look well kept. They look in shape. Except for Sami Zayn. This man looks like he goes 8 days without washing his hair. He looks like a bum. I'm pretty sure that I drove to the city over the weekend, and this guy threatened to wash my windows. It was Sami Zayn. And Sami, he comes in and he kicks Seth Rollins inadvertently, supposedly. This man inadvertently kicks a lot of wrong people. He did it to Roman. He now does it to Seth. He's done it to KO a bunch of times. That's why KO is going to pop him in the face. Just wait. Sami Zayn shouldn't be trusted. No one should ever trust this man. And tonight, after tonight, Seth Rollins, now he knows better. Your thoughts on the main event?
I do think that there were parts of the match where they were slow, but I think honestly, I don't know exactly where they're going with Seth Rollins. Like, I mean, after losing to CM Punk, which I felt like. So my thing is, Seth Rollins loses to CM Punk the first night on Raw. Okay, so now where are we going? We going to where is this feud over? Are they going to feud in the Rumble and then make a match for WrestleMania? Is Seth Rollins going for a title? Like, I'm just confused on where they're going with Seth Rollins. Tonight's match was good. I mean, I feel like every time he wrestles, he brings it 100%. Now, Drew McIntyre is another one that I feel like they don't know where they're going with him. Drew McIntyre in the last couple of months is just, I feel like he's just there to fill a storyline.
Mm-hmm.
And again, this is because there's too many Chiefs, not enough Indians, and there's over 200 people on the roster. So there are people on the. I mean, like, okay, what happened? How come we didn't see the Intercontinental Championship tonight? I mean, I mean, like, I feel like every week we should see our champions at least on one show.
I'm okay with them not being on the show every week. I feel like I would have been okay if they didn't have a Penta match this week, because I feel like it gives you get thirsty for it. Like, oh, I can't wait to see another Penta match. Oh, it's going to not this week, maybe next week. So you're kind of tuning in for it, right? Same thing with like most of the champions. Like I don't need to see them every week, but I need like some sort of a vignette or a video package that's going to remind me of what they did. Like what they did with Lyra Valkyria, right? Last week, Lyra Valkyria wins this IC title. I didn't need to see her in the ring again this week. I'm glad we didn't get her in the ring this week. But
it's crazy. It's just crazy to me how these people travel with the company knowing they're not going to be like, I can't tell you how many times I've seen here in Orlando or in Philly. I can't tell you how many times I've seen people travel with the company that we haven't seen in months, but they're filling up a seat and a table backstage and catering. And it's like, why do you do this to people? Like, if there's a set of people they're not working out, like, why are you paying for catering for these people? This doesn't make any sense to me.
I want to believe that during Triple H's era of WWE, you're getting less of that. Like, you're getting less of, if you're not on the call sheet for tonight's show, you're not here. I don't need you, so I'm not going to tell you to come out. I want to believe that. I want to believe that, we saw the Judgment Day in backstage segments today. We didn't see them in the ring. Now, were those backstage segments filmed last week and they weren't even in the arena tonight? I don't know. I'm sure if they were doing this enough, word would leak out one way or another. We'll find out. But I think they're doing better of like making some big guys, like Roman is a premium attraction. I shouldn't have to see him every week. It feels special when I do see them come out. Same with the Charlotte Flair. Charlotte's been out for a year and a half, almost 2 years. When she comes back, it's going to feel like a big deal. When Penta, again, last week, he felt like a big deal. Tonight, he feels like a big deal. I don't need to see him next Monday. Put him on ice and then put him on the following week. Like, let it breathe. I don't need to be, hit over the head with Lyra Valkyria and Roxanne Perez and all these new people that they're trying to make stars. Let it space it out. Like, I'm cool with it. Here, let's get to some comments. Jeff says, I can dig it, sucker. Braun and Sheamus was backstage. That's right. But but at least like that furthers the storyline. Now, again, were they really backstage or did they film that last week? I don't know. To me, it makes more business sense for them to be like, guys, we're going to do this next week. You're not going to be needed in the arena. So let's film this shit this week. You're saving money. You don't have to have Sheamus get a plane ticket or Braun get a plane ticket. It makes sense. Sammy keeps breaking up friendships and tag teams. Absolutely. Sammy's worthless. He's a bum. Mad Dog. It looks like it's going to be Seth versus Drew versus Punk. Everybody says Roman and Punk, but that makes no sense. So he's saying, I don't know if this is breaking news or if this is just opinion. Matt says at WrestleMania, it's going to be Seth versus Drew versus Punk. Does that wet your whistle, Vinny?
No, absolutely not.
No. Neither do I. I don't like that. I like Seth versus Punk at WrestleMania, but it needs to be a stipulation. I like their match on Raw. Was it 2 weeks ago now?
Towards the night before Christmas.
Just like Taker back when we never saw him every week. That's right, Jeff. Thank you. See, Jeff gets it. Jeff, this is why Jeff, do you know that Jeffrey on Twitter has like 5,000 followers? That's fucking wild to me. That's wild. Yeah, I just found out.
I don't even know how many followers on Twitter.
Oh, yeah. And if you're watching us on Twitter, don't forget to follow Unpopular Review. I see there's like at least 100, almost 100 people in the chat. You guys are watching. Hit that follow button and come over to YouTube and subscribe, please. Hello. Do something.
Anything else you want to add?
Listen, I could rant for hours about how much I hate vanilla midgets like Pete Dunne, Gunther being boring. Oh, you know one thing we didn't talk about? This is going to be shocking. Dakota Kai and Io Shirai Io Sky teamed up tonight to go fight Pure Fusion Collective.
Who the hell is that?
Zoe Stark. Some people call her Zoe Stink. And who was the other one in the ring? It wasn't Sonya Deville. It was the other one. Shayna Baszler. I'm usually very critical of Io Sky. I don't like Io Sky. Her best matches are the ones that she puts the garbage can on her head. That's my favorite Io Sky matches. I don't know about you, Vinny. But this match, Io Sky carried this match. I even was in another live stream tweeting as Unpopular Review earlier tonight, and I was like, Io Sky better not tag out to Dakota Kai because that would be a mistake. They're going to lose this match if they tag Dakota Kai in. And look what happened. She did not tag out to Dakota Kai. They won the match. How many Dakota Kai shirts do you own, Vinny?
None.
Good job. Don't waste your money. Guys, you're watching Unpopular Review. This is the WWE Monday Night Raw Review show for January 20th, 2025. I'm Big Daddy Cool. This is Venomous Vinny. We are wrapping up our Raw Review. If you have any final comments or questions, please drop them in the chat, and we'll get to them. We can talk about anything wrestling related. You want to talk about Alexander Hammerstone? You want to talk about Britt Baker? You want to talk about some dweeby's nerd guy from GCW? Go ahead, give us a shot. We really don't care. We'll talk about anything. Mad Dog is in the chat. Sources do say that Becky plans are not finalized yet. It looks like she may, what did it say? Looks like she may go after Rhea Ripley. Well, after tonight, it doesn't look like that. If Becky comes back, what do you want to see her? What do you want to see her mix it up with? What do you want to see her do?
Yeah, you know, is Becky one of those girls that like she's been gone for so long and it's like it doesn't really matter anymore? You know, like Charlotte, like we, you have Tiffy now, and it's like, Tiffy's kind of like in some way or another like a Charlotte character. So I mean, do we really need Becky to come back? Like, yeah, it'd be cool to see her, but like, are we over the whole Becky Lynch thing?
I don't think so, but I think we need, when she comes back, she's going to come back as a face. Charlotte needs to come back as a heel. And this might be controversial. I think Charlotte should come back, immediately get bumped to the head of the line, and beat Tiffany Stratton for her belt.
She probably will.
Tiffany Stratton.
She probably will.
I think going into WrestleMania, you should have them hot potato the belt. This will pad Charlotte's title count. She's going to be, it's not going to be John Cena that's going to beat Ric Flair's record. It's going to be Charlotte Flair that beats Ric Flair's record.
I think so too. I think it's going to be, yeah. She's close.
And, yep, I think she's like 5 away. I think what do they got her at? 14, I think. I think that's the number she's at. But yeah, it should be Charlotte Flair, not John Cena. Although maybe John Cena does it this year. We'll see. Becky versus Lyra again for IC title, teacher versus student. They can run that back. It will be a good match. They can, do good business. But I mean, am I really like salivating for those promos? No. Sources say Charlotte might be a different character. Listen, I don't give a fuck. I need Charlotte Flair back. I saw her running on Friday. Did you see this promo? Not the promo, this vignette where she's just running?
No.
She's running. They aired this on SmackDown. She's running, and she's like, I'm coming for you, bitches. I was scared. She looked good. Yeah. She looked good. She's running. She's running hard. She's running fast. Hell, man, I'm excited.
I'm going to have to look at this promo.
It wasn't a promo. It was just her running, and she's like, I'm coming. I'm coming back. So you guys don't think, here's Mad Dog. So you guys don't think it's going to be Charlotte versus Jade, huh? I know Jade just got cleared. I don't think it's going to be too quick. I think there's money in Charlotte versus Jade, but I don't think Jade should be fed to Charlotte or Charlotte fed to Jade anytime soon. I think Bianca is in a solid enough place to be fed to Jade and make Jade super over as a heel. Put the belt on Jade by SummerSlam. That's what I say. I know Vinny says otherwise because he thinks she's jabron.
Yeah, she is a jabron.
Agree to disagree. All right. I think that's it. I think anybody else in Twitter? Anybody going once, going twice? Nope. Well, we appreciate you watching. All 90 plus of you on Twitter. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching. And I want to shout out everybody watching us on YouTube. Big shout outs to you guys. If you haven't already, like and subscribed and followed us on our socials, please do so. Again, much appreciated. Unpopular Review Wrestling. If you like wrestling, you're going to love watching us. And it's not just us. It's a whole plethora of hosts. We've got, what is it? Tomorrow night, we got Bad Guy Jack and Sabrina Stella. They're going to be talking about NXT review show. On Wednesday night, we've got Cactus Katie. We got the Mad Dog himself. He's in the chat right now. And we've got them talking about AEW Dynamite. On Saturdays, we've got the SmackDown review show. And on Mondays, earlier today, we had the Mike Knox show. It's the show for the intelligent wrestling fans. So if you're completely dumb, watch it. I understand it's the show for the intelligent wrestling fan. But if you're dumb, by watching it, you will get smarter. Think about it. We don't segregate. We don't discriminate against anybody. If you're a dumb wrestling fan, you can watch. You'll learn something, right, Vinny?
True. This is true.
And if you don't learn something about wrestling, you're going to learn something about game. Like tonight, we learned about how to kick it to Nia Jax when she's holding a hot dog in her hand. Don't think you're ever going to live that down, Vinny.
I'm not.
Good job. Any last comments, Vinny?
Everybody, thanks for watching our Unpopular Review, Rated R review show. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. And if you want something, if there is something you did hear about or saw on Raw that you want to talk about at any of the shows we do, hit us up in the comment.
That's right. Hit us up in the comment. And when you hear that music, that means either we're starting the show or we're ending the show. And we're ending the show. Thanks for watching, guys, and enjoy. Have a good one.